Hi, and welcome back to OCD Music and Me. My name's Kyle, I'm a violinist and teacher, and I have OCD. So it's the holiday season, and while it's a very happy time for many people, it can also be a tough time for others. And while over the next few weeks, it'll be nice to see people I haven't seen in a while. One of the things that'll be hard for me is that I know that my loved ones are absolutely going to give me intrusive thoughts, and I know they won't mean to do so. I'm guessing this is probably true for a lot of people with OCD. So, one example would be that I have a few nieces and nephews, all under the age of 4. Uh, they're cute, happy-go-lucky kids. They're also germ buckets. So for me, it'll kind of be like seeing cheerful zombies running around the house. Um, and one thing I've tried to work on is getting myself in the right frame of mind for if and when they run up and touch me. Uh, because, I don't want to have like a panic attack when that happens. And part of that is for me, but part of that is for them too, right? Because if I panic, they're not going to know why. They're too little to understand. And, I don't want them to see me as Uncle Kyle the jerk. Um, there will also be, thoughts concerning the fact that a lot of traveling will be involved in order for the family to get together, and, not to mention, being around of maskless people in a small space. Um, that's one of the tough things to have to accept in all of this. Both the positive and negative thoughts can be there, and it's okay that both thoughts are there. I just have to try to not let the intrusive thoughts dictate my behavior. So, for this week's classical holiday selection, I recorded the evening prayer from Englebert Humperdinck's opera Hänsel and Gretel. Now, there's a chance that some of you already have some questions. So, for starters, the Englebert Humperdinck I'm referring to is not the 1960s, 1970s pop star. Uh, that wasn't actually his real name, it was a stage name, and he took it from the Englebert Humperdinck that I'm talking about, who was a German composer and teacher, and who is basically only known today for his opera Hansel and Gretel. Now, what does Hansel and Gretel have to do with Christmas? Short answer, nothing. Uh, so why does it get played by orchestras and opera companies during the holiday season? Good question. And one I had the first couple of times I played this music. So the story goes that Humperdinck's sister wanted to put on a puppet show for her kids during the holidays. And the show was Hansel and Gretel. And she asked her brother to write some songs for the show. So he did, and it turns out people really liked the songs. So Humperdinck decided to try to turn them into an opera. It took a few years to finish, but when it premiered, the premiere of the opera ended up happening 2 days before Christmas. And because of this little backstory, the music's had an association with Christmas ever since. I know every time I've played the music, whether it was in an orchestra or a production of the opera itself, um, it's always been around this time of year that I played it. The part I recorded, the evening prayer, is one of the most famous parts of the opera. It might be the famous part of the opera. Um, at this point in the story, Hansel and Gretel are lost in the woods. The sun is setting, they are scared, and a sandman has just sprinkled sand over their eyes to help put them to sleep. But before they fall asleep, Hansel and Gretel say a prayer asking that 14 angels come to protect them through the night. And the music you'll hear is the prayer. Anyway, that's it for today. Feel free to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. And feel free to write any comments, questions, or ideas in the comment section below.